Is it me or is it a conspiracy, my brother? Nah, my bad. I was just thinking about that part of the movie. I mean, that part of the show with Martin. Um, yeah. But I hope everyone is chilling, man. I hope everyone is all right, man. I hope everyone is having a good day, a good Thursday, man. I hope everyone is, in their good energy, man, in their good vibes. So, just checking in with everybody, seeing how everybody's doing, making sure everybody's all right. Um, I was thinking about Short Circuit. I don't know if anybody remembers that movie Short Circuit with Johnny Five, the robot. Um, I was thinking about the foundation of that movie, which is you know he was a robot that was learning from humans, right? That was just like he was full of life, right? He was a robot, but he had uh, the energy of someone that carries light. You know what I'm saying? Just forever learning, forever just in a good mood, like just always absorbing the good and the bad of human life. But he just was always just in nice energy, in uplifting energy. You know what I'm saying? For a robot. So, and then he ended up meeting some guys that wanted to uh, disassemble him. And he didn't realize that's what was going on until he got he got all smashed up. I think that was in the second one. The first one, I think it was something different. I think he just had to. He was up against like some other robots. They tried to replace him with other robots, and he ended up having to go against them. Copycats, right? They weren't like him, but they were like him. They looked like him. They moved like him, but they didn't. They weren't like him. They didn't have that light. They didn't talk. They didn't speak. Well, I think they did, but just they had evil energy, right? Copycats, right? Narcissists, copycats, huh? Hmm. And the dark versus light thing, and I just understand that movie as well. I understand these things now, or more so. It's just things that just be coming to me while I'm sitting in the sun. And I'm like, man, I didn't. When you're a kid, you don't really understand what you're watching. You don't really understand what's actually the message in all these movies. And when Johnny Five found out that the people that he thought was cool, right, a guy named Oscar, he was helping Oscar convinced him that he was a good guy and that, you know, he led him on. He led him to believe that he was a good guy and that, he was his friend and, he wanted him to help him get to I think like rob a bank or get to some diamonds or something like that. I forget what Oscar wanted him to actually do, but he wanted him to help him steal something. I do remember that part. When he was in a tunnel, he was singing. He's like digging in the tunnel with Oscar, digging in the tunnel is fun, digging in the tunnel with Oscar. Yeah, I'm always gonna remember that part because that's the part of the movie that made me laugh the most. Um, but he pretended to be his friend and he led him on and he used his good energy for evil. But he was unaware that Oscar was evil. You know what I'm saying? Until you know Oscar finally showed him his true colors and turned on him, and he had a couple of guys uh, 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 bash him up, bang him up, and he had to get repaired, and he repaired himself to a degree. You know, he ended up getting up and he rolled to his actual friend. I forget his name. I think his name was Ben. I think, and the guy who built him, and he put himself back together and he taped himself up. It was really interesting, real cool part of the movie. But if you think about what actually took place, this guy was abused by someone that he thought it was his friend, and they hurt him. He was a robot, but he had feelings. You know what I mean? Just all people have feelings, but these narcissists, they don't have feelings. They have feelings, but they not like us, not like empaths, not like empathetic people. They have feelings, but their feelings are something completely different. you know. But it all just came to me thinking about this narcissist thing and thinking about narcissism. That movie popped in my head, and then he went dark. Johnny Five went dark only because he was hurt, and only because they actually physically hurt him. They physically hurt him, not only physically, but they physically and emotionally hurt him. And then he went dark, but not completely dark to where he was unrecognizable. He was still himself, but he knew he had to complete a mission. You know, he took revenge on his own. Which is something God doesn't want you to do. But that's the movie part, right? That's the science fiction part. That's the part that's actually a movie. He took revenge, and he didn't hurt them, but he just did what he had to do to get them arrested for what they did to him. Ultimately, that's what took place. He didn't hurt them, he didn't kill them or anything like that, or delete them or whatever. But he just did what he had to do to get them taken care of by the authorities, and put them in their proper place, which is in jail. They were crooks, they were criminals, and they weren't good people. So it just made me think about it. Like, oh man, yeah, the first movie, yeah, he dealt with clones, and they were like him. So narcissists are the same exact way. This was just it was just a display of narcissism, right? And I think if we really pay attention to movies, we can find narcissist or narcissism in most movies, right? Self-absorbed people only really care about themselves. Will use anybody or step on anybody, get what they want. Or just wholeheartedly just want to see people just fall. Just bring people down, man. You know, um, and it all just hit me while I was sitting here. Like that's what gave me the energy to make this video. Just I'm like, man, I'm thinking, it just started running through my mind like Short Circuit. Like, yeah, man, I remember that movie, and I can see it now. You know what I mean? Like Lethal Shooter, right? Again, I understand it now. I understand. Oh, I understand the movie much more now. It's not. These aren't just movies, man. These are messages, because all movies come from somebody's consciousness, right? All movies come from somebody's head that becomes a script, and then that script becomes a shooting production, and then the shooting production becomes the actual film, and then it's put out for the people to watch and visualize and enjoy. But the messages come from consciousness. The movie itself comes from consciousness. It all comes from someone's head. You know, someone thinks this stuff up, and then they write it down, and then they write it down, like I just said. So it just made me think about it, man. Yeah, cool movie. Still one of my favorite movies growing up as a kid. I still enjoy that movie today. I'm in my 40s, and I still enjoy the old school movies, man. You know why? Because I can go back and see what they're really saying now. I can go back and I can understand what they're really saying, telling us now. Now that I understand, beginning to have a full grip and full understanding of narcissists and what to look for and how they operate, because I study them just like they study me, or I study them just like they study us, or people like me. Excuse me, I just ate lunch and I'm full, man. I'm full. That was a big meal, yo. I'm like almost dozing off right here. But yeah, I just thought I'd jump on it and talk about that real quick because it came to my head. Like I said, I don't write things down. I just let it come to me, man. I wait till it finds me. I wait till the message finds me, and then I just put it out. I just deliver it. But I don't write things down. Like I said, I sit under the sun and I chill and I just stay connected, and I enjoy the creation, and then boom, things start swirling around in my head, and then I put it all together, and then I come on here and I talk about it. I don't know if that's right or wrong. I just do. You know, but it's Thursday. Happy Thursday. Not as warm as it was a couple days ago. I forget that it is still winter. It's not actually spring yet. It is still winter, so we can expect March to go up and down. You can still get snow in March. You know what I mean? Wow. Okay. Dude is just walking and tripping. See, they're everywhere, right? Demons, they're everywhere, man. Dude is he's just on one over there. But well, he's gonna. I was just getting ready to flip the phone around so you can see him, but he's not in sight anymore. But yeah, just enjoy your Thursday. Stay in prayer. Stay in good spirits. Stay connected. Stay reading. Stay studying. Stay on the path. You'll fall down sometimes, but that's okay. That's just a part of the journey. That's a part of your testimony. You tell your kids about it, your family about it. You can tell the people about it if you choose to. But it's all a part of you. It's all a part of your progress and in your process. So just go with it. Don't fight against it. Go with it. And